Hello, beautiful. Welcome to Returning to Light with Julia Treat. That's me, your host for today's podcast. I wanted to hop on here and make some announcements, some things going on, and also kind of touch base with, your own great awakening, because I'm here to tell you, and I am pretty much an open book, and you all have been with me through all of this, and your awakening, your breaking free might feel like you are losing your shit sometimes, for real. But you really have to understand you are breaking free from everything you ever thought to be true. And so don't beat yourself up. Be patient with yourself, love yourself, take time off for yourself, and get back in the awakening game. Like get back to just creating your new reality on your terms. Okay? The wannabe controllers want you to obey. They want you to be a slave to them. And so breaking free from that is so, it's beyond liberating. And, the days that I go through things and I'm like, shit, man, I'm really losing it. I'm losing my shit. It's because, I see something else that's happened where, this attack on humanity just pisses me off sometimes. And I'm like, okay, well, I can stay in that energy and be really pissed off, or I can help people create their new realities. Okay, when you realize that we have been controlled through emotion, right? That's why everything right now, everything you see and hear, it's just trauma and drama and such bullshit out everywhere. And I'm not saying it's not happening, but we are just, right? We're just being hit with it over and over and over. And is why I don't actually watch much television anymore. Sometimes I put on the news just to see what they're telling everyone else, just because I want to see what's going on. But they want us to feel like victims, okay? Because when we're in victimhood or we're feeling sorry for ourselves or we're, what was me? And I've had my own pity parties, believe me. I'm good at it too. I can do it. But then I'm the one that pulls myself out of that, right? I do it. I get myself out of that shit as soon as possible. As I've been going through my spiritual boot camp and just looking at each lesson and making sure, like, okay, does this create any rules for them? Like, is this going to be something this has to happen for this to happen? So I've been going through it, and my own spiritual boot camp is the thing that's bringing me back. Not back to anything I was before, but back to who I truly am. And is another kind of wink, what do you call them, God winks or whatever you call them, synchronicities. It's that even changing the name of my podcast to Returning to Light, it just makes absolute sense with everything I'm going through. So I created this story, right, of flying back and forth to Kansas to see my mom. I did 14 months in a row, every month, and I stayed for at least a week. Then I got sick a few times. And so I started getting this energy of not wanting to go. Oh, it's yuck. I don't want to go. I don't want to be around all the people on the plane. I don't want to, be smashing those chairs. I know, all the bullshit, boohoo crap that I could make up. I don't want to go. I don't like flying anymore. Well, that's actually not true. I actually love to travel and I love to fly. So just sharing this as something like an opportunity of looking at something that you have created a very negative story around, where you actually could create a really cool story around it. So I decided, the other day I was talking to my mom and she said, I think I'm ready for a visit. It's been 3 months. I think this is the longest we've been apart since my brother and my dad passed. And I said, yeah, great, Mom. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and book the trip. I miss her too. I'm ready to go hang out with her. We go out to eat a lot. I can help her out, whatever she needs, and we have a good time. And so this is how I changed it. I decided that I'm flying first class from now on. That's it. There's no other option. And when you put something out there and there's no other option, that's the only option, it happens. So I went on to book my flight. And my last trip a few months ago, I had a credit because they had a technical problem with one of the planes. So they had to send a different plane for us to fly on. And so I had credits and it was double what I thought it was. So when I got on to book my flight, I didn't go economy or base. I looked at First class, let's see what that is. By God, it was it was beyond doable. And I would have booked it whether I had the credits or not. But guys, that's what I'm talking about. That's how I manifest things. The credits showed up, so it didn't even cost me as much as it would have. So I'm going first class the whole trip, and I decided from now on, I'm just flying first class because I want to be comfortable. I don't want to be jammed in chairs. I don't want to be, rubbing shoulders with people constantly. It's really got old. So I'm changing my story. See, I'm flipping the script. Flipping the script, creating your new story in your life. Okay, you have the power to do that, and you change it by your vibration, by what you believe, by what you believe is what you receive, as they say. So I believe that I'm first class from here on out, and I'm sticking to it. That's the only way I'm going. Okay, so I hope that helps, right? I had created a negative story about that. And now I'm excited to go. I can't wait to get on the damn plane because I'm first class, first seat. I'm going to sit there and order my cheese tray and my whatever I'm going to drink. I don't know. I might have a wine, I might not. But I'm going first class. And I'm sticking to it. That's how it's going to be from here on out. When I fly, I am first class. It's just, I've done it. I've flown first class a couple times, and I always said, oh God, I don't want to go back to that cramped flying lifestyle. So I'm not. So that's it. That's what I've decided. All right. Well, I am looking at my notes here to see what I want to go over real quick. Few announcements, okay? For those of you who are interested in ASEA, they now have a 10% off code off your entire order that even counts for the what do they call? I'm sorry, the essentials packs, the big packs you can get when you first start. You get one opportunity to get these big packages that save you tons of money. You even get 10% off of that. This is for new customers and associates, okay? If you're a preferred customer and you bump up to associates, you actually get that 10% off. The discount code when you go to ASEA, first of all, it's my site, juliatreat.teamasea.com, and the discount code is juliatreat. They have it all in caps. So you may have to do it all in caps, I'm not sure, but I'm just letting you know it was shown to me in capitals. 10% off code. So take advantage of that, guys, because this is huge. If you are an associate, you have that 10% off code in your back office, in your ASEA office, so you can actually gift that to friends and family and get them started with that 10% off. Okay, the new Redox Gold that we're all loving and talking about and that I carry around with me everywhere, that if you are already on an auto ship, a subscription, if you add 1 bottle of Redox Gold, and you're going to want that, believe me, and I actually don't even, I'm not using Renew 28 that much anymore because now that I'm on the Redox Gold, just so you know, you can replace it if you decide to do it that way. If you order 1 bottle of Redox Gold on your subscription, then you get free shipping. If you just add it to your subscription, you get free shipping. The best way to do that is to call ASEA. I'm going to give you the phone number and just ask them to add it. I just did it today. So I just added a bottle of Redox Gold to my subscription, so I get free shipping because I'm going to get the gold anyway. And I just added it to my mom's subscription, so she gets free shipping. And she needs the gold. ASEA's number, customer service, if you want to do that, is 801-973-7499. Again, my website's juliatreat.teamasea.com. If you want to get in there and order, or there's a contact me button if you want to hit that. If you need me to help you, I'll help you place an order, I'll do whatever you need. The next note is on Wave Watch. If you purchase the Wave Watch, they are now, okay, so if you purchase the Wave Watch, the 2.0, the new one, and you are having issues with the battery life lasting long, not very long, or the charging, not wanting to charge, you have to toggle it a lot to get it to charge up, okay, you need to call them because they will replace your watch. If your watch has a certain serial number, both of my watches, because I have 2 of them, both of my watches are eligible, and so is my mother's. And so they are sending us new watches, and then we will send our old ones back to them. The batteries are now, they said it's easier to charge. It's perfect to charge now, and it's lasting up to 18 hours. I about fell over. If you have one of these watches, you know what I'm talking about, that is pretty remarkable. That you get to wear this thing that's helping your body for 18 hours. I was listening to testimonials the other day, and a woman, or I was watching them because they were in a chat, and she got a watch to lose weight, and she just puts it on the weight balance, and she said pounds are just falling off of her. Okay, guys, this is so much better for your body than some drug you're going to take, I promise. So she's losing weight with the watch. If you need to gain weight, it's a weight balance is what the little tab is. So I personally have been running mine on immunity support. There's 3 different ones for immunity, and then there's one for harmonize. I kind of like to do those 4, and I just play those 4, and I just want to make sure my immune system just keeps being boosted up, as we're going through all this crap out in the world. I want my immune system to be peak. And so my body's receiving the frequencies from this watch. See if you can hear it. I don't know if you could hear that. I lifted up my watch off my arm. I don't hear it. It is playing the frequency through my body. It enters through my skin, and it's doing the work. See, this is another choice that you make in creating your own reality. Whatever it is this is what I want. I want these types of things. I want ASEA, which is already inside of my body. It's just a reduced amount of redox signaling molecules. I want to give my body more of those molecules. I want the wave watch frequency running through my body. I want these things. I don't want to take stuff that my body is going to have side effects from. Okay? Last but not least, Send It. I've talked about Send It. It is an amazing company. I do not perhaps agree with everything that they do, but that doesn't mean that they aren't amazing people helping people make money from home and doing it on their own time. The only thing I don't do with them is their Bible study, because that is not my jam. But they even offer that if that's up your alley, that they have a Bible study. But they are helping people write letters to billion-dollar companies, and you're getting free money. And by the way, it is casinos. It's funny. So when I went to Vegas recently, I was with the people I was with, and everybody was talking about how much money they had lost gambling. It was hundreds, but they could afford it. They asked if I had. I'm like, no way, man. No, because I get free money to play with online. I write these little letters to the companies, and they send me drops, and I play the games, and I just got all this money without spending any of my money. It really does change your mindset, even with gambling. It's like, well, I'm not going to do that because I get free money doing this right here online. So it is the real deal. It's fun. It is fun, actually. And now I intuitively know what games to play. Literally I'm not going to tell you to do that. Just don't get mad at me if you think, well, I thought I intuitively was supposed to play that game and I lost. I'm very particular and do not waste my own money on that kind of stuff. So Send It. There will be a link below this podcast where you can go and see if that's something you want to look into. It is one reason I'm flying first class, because I have extra cash, lots of extra cash that I can, pamper myself with now. It even allowed me to send a donation to a gentleman on YouTube who recently lost his wife, and he's out there trying to wake the masses up, and he was really down and out financially, so I even had the opportunity to send him a very generous donation. So it really is just however you look at things, right? Whatever it is. What one gal is doing it, the Send It, writing the cards. She was able to move out of her parents' house. She's a single mom, and she is now homeschooling her 2 children at home. She writes her cards, and they're doing her schoolwork, and she has her own house. Just telling you the possibilities, okay? Just the possibilities. I was on a call last week. This reminded me of Spiritual Boot Camp so much. When we used to have live calls, and people would tell me their stories of the things they're creating or manifesting. But this woman got on, and she said, my marriage was about to end. I got an injury which caused a permanent disability, and I'm unable to work. And she said that her husband, it just got to be so much on him to do everything, and they were heading to separation and divorce. And she started choking up. And we're all like choking up on the call listening to her. And she said, now I'm making money this way, and our marriage we are wonderful. if you get out of how could this change my life, right? If you just do it, like do something different. This was different for me. You could have never told me last year I'd be writing cards at these casinos and then cashing in all this bounty. No way. But I'm like, this is fun. Like I take it as like it's a game now. I don't know. It's just fun for me to, wow, I got more. I got more from them. It is so much fun, and it's changing lives. And when you open up to one thing, right, that you haven't been open to before, like money has to come a certain way. It has to come from this job or this business, or I let go of all of that, right? Because I closed my business for at least a year. I said, I'm not doing any more readings. No. I mean, not quite a year, several months. So I have to be open to other ways that it will show up for me. And so what you'll find if you try something different, if you just open to something different, do you realize that opens up the floodgates for abundance to come in all different directions, come from all different things, people, places, and things, all different directions, because you just shifted out of that rule-based system. And you're just open. It's just going to come to me now. So I hope this was helpful. If you need anything from me, any links, please just send me an email, juliatreat444@gmail.com. Tell me what you need, whether it's a Send It link if you want to get involved with that, or it's ASEA or Wave Watch Spiritual Boot Camp. I will be fine-tuning that while I'm at my mother's this coming week, and we will be ready to go. So just be ears and eyes open for that announcement. Just maybe if nothing else, just reflect on something going on that you've been complaining about, you don't want to do, or you've created a negative story around something, right? Like me and flying. For me to say I don't want to fly anymore is bizarre. I mean, I think back now how crazy that was for me to even say that, because I love to fly and I love to travel. And I do love to be around people, but I don't like to be in those sardine can seats. Sardine cans. We're like packed in there like sardines. So I'm going first class from now on. That's the only way I'm flying. And see, there is no other option, so that is my option. I will be going first class from now on, forever, anywhere I fly. Okay, pat yourself on the back, give yourself a hug, tell yourself you love yourself, and just keep going. All right, we've got this. Sending so much love your way.